Okay, we are here in the St. Peter dining room to cook alongside one of my former mentors and somebody who I've greatly admired for a very long time, probably even since I was 16 years old, and that's Stephen Hodges of Fish Face. I was working at Est under Peter Doyle at the time, and I said to Pete, I really want to focus on fish. And I said, who should I work for? And he goes, well, you could either work for my brother Greg at Pier, or you can go work for who Greg trained, which was Stephen Hodges. So you've got the old soul of Stephen, the obsessive compulsive OCD, hyper, running around the room and, do you need this, do you need that, and hurry up and let's go. And then for me, there was all of 19 at the time, naive, wanting to impress him more than anything. Everything that Stephen showed me became the black and white fundamentals and foundations of what St. Peter is. The non-negotiables, in the sense that we never wash our fish. We always store it on these trays with the perforated holes. It always goes into the fridge at 0 degrees Celsius with no fan, static environment. And then the big unlock. The big unlock was anything that you can do to an animal, you should be able to do to a fish. And I took that advice very, very literally. And it really did become the economical and ethical solution to fish and how we work now. The ice is going in, so that means I've got to wrap things up. But the last thing I'll say is just how much these meals mean to me personally and how much it means to our team. For our team to stand next to somebody like Stephen Hodges, who has been an absolute beacon for this whole genre of fish cookery and at the height of our profession in Australia. And I'm very grateful that he's still, able to do this with us. He was at the doctor's this morning, he's got his shoulders strapped, he's got his knees strapped, he's putting back, he's patching himself up. He's like the Tin Man. We've got some grease in there for the night and we're going to get him over the finish line, and I just think it's going to be one of those nights that you don't forget. So very excited, let's make it happen. So a bit of black gold, fresh out of Manjimup in Western Australia. Beginning of the season, not bad. But also, like you find with truffles, it's not always that the first of the season are going to be the best. It's usually let a week go by, a couple of weeks, and they all start to develop in flavour, and they start to firm up a little bit as well. But for now, they're pretty good. They're going to go on top of rice pudding tonight, so that should be a fun dessert that we're going to do. All right, 2 o'clock. We are, yeah, it's 2. So 2 o'clock, we've been at this menu for this evening for, say, the best part of 2 days. It's quite a laborious one. It feels almost similar to our event with Peter Doyle, where there's absolutely nowhere to hide. These are the kind of dishes that takes a village to put together, and a lot of these dishes as well, which is, there's nuance to each different menu that we've done. Obviously with Rasmus and Bahilio, it's a huge length of rope in terms of how much prep you need to get ready on, how many details that need to be so exact and perfect, so that then service comes and then food on plates, out it goes. Or food's already on plate, brush one last thing or add last detail to it and out it goes. And I think what's different to the meal that we did with Peter, and then again what we're going to do tonight with Steve, is these are somewhat laborious tasks that, there's no wiggle room, there's no, where to hide. You got to buy the beautiful garfish, you got to get this first and foremost from the right people. It's got to be obviously the right moment for them, and fortunately it is. So we're very, fortunate to get Bruce Collis's garfish up from Corner Inlet, all 20 kilos of them. And just to give you the basic example of this dish, these get scaled, they get gutted, they get wiped, then they get filleted, they get wiped, they get trayed up, and then we go ahead, split them in half, then roll them up into a pinwheel, and then put them on a skewer, and then grill them on the barbecue and serve them with a dressing. So that's one aspect. Then the head that comes off the garfish, which is here, we're basically cutting these little collars that sat up here, cut them off. And now what we've got here is a beautiful garfish head, which we're actually going to use as the garnish for the soup. So we're going to have a soup in the bottom, then we're going to have a donut that's threaded onto here that tastes like oysters, and then a little ball of caviar on top of that. So we want our guests to donut off. Once they're done with that, then drink the soup. So it's fun, like that sort of stuff's fun, but ultimately we've got to make a good soup. We're going to have a great fish, we're going to know how to make a choux pastry. There's lots of layers of technique to these, so that's what we're having fun with at the moment. There's still so much to do, so let's crack on. Oh, yeah. Correct. So I kept it on the shelf, and then we designed this half to fit the barbecue. So
good.
Yeah, it's great. It's a really nice setup.
Yeah.
And like all this retained heat, like it's so hot. So once you've got fish like the tuna that we're doing here, he's browning them off in the pan, set them in the oven, then he can hold them up here, stay warm. And
so it won't cook them here, like
it will here, but it won't here.
Right.
So you can just manoeuvre.
Yeah.
And then we've got this extra rail, which we can hang things from, so that it can take heat as well.
That's pretty clever. None of that kit in my day. Huh?
Give a little explainer maybe.
So, so this is this beautiful garfish from the Corner Inlet in Victoria from Bruce. This was in the water 2 days ago, so we're very spoiled.
He's
to have
an amazing
this.
fisherman, Bruce got all right.
And you can see all we're doing, this concentric assembly, what benefit you get from doing it like that is you protect the fish from getting overcooked. So the interior there is still very underdone, but the exterior has got enough heat that it breaks down the skin so that it's not leathery. But at the same time, as the oil comes off the fish, drops to the charcoal, the smoke goes up, then it goes in between the gaps. So all of that now has this wonderful charcoal smoke in it, which everybody loves.
Yeah.
The ambition here isn't to put any colour on the fish. The second you put colour on it, you're going to change it and it'll start tasting more like cotton wool. Yeah.
Change texture, as soon as you leave the colour on it.
Yeah. So what we've done is we've turned it every 10 seconds.
Bruce, this fisherman's been actually at it for over 30 years as well. This fella, like
unbelievable.
Huh?
And still fishing and still fishing. Yeah. Probably fishing better now than he was.
Yeah,
like, he's amazing. Huh? He's amazing. Mitchie's got here back microplaned into Joe's made an insert of like an oyster and squid.
In the middle, there's a little ballotine coral trap, so that is the heads and tails.
Just to serve this garfish.
Used to,
but we've done this one with them, and then it gets proved up. You give us a rundown. You just tell us what the product is that we're making. Pound butter, loosely, so it's like a barbecue banana butter. Just under an hour. Just try to really enjoy it. Also take advantage of having somebody like Steve in the room, like Peter, where you can chew his ear off and he'll chew yours off as well, and don't get away from him for a while. But it is a rare moment in time to pull somebody from a certain generation back into a kitchen like this and cook now, because it's very different to the way it used to be.
It is. Yep.
Anything from you? No?
Enjoy.
Excited?
Yeah. Have a great time.
Good.
I'm beside as well.
Good. All right, let's go. All right, we 10 to 6, service has started, so the guys now have calmed down, everybody's in the right spot. We have gone through a couple of testers, but a few things obviously that are in a larger format tonight that we can't necessarily test right down to complete. So we're gonna go off instincts, intuition, everything that I've remembered from what my time was at Fish Face with Steve, and ultimately it's just good basic cooking, good basic fish cookery. Stephen's here, he's locked in, he's got shoulders strapped and ready. Joe's ready on the pass. We
and look, let's have a look. This is how you roll when you're getting old.
That's it. That's from a decade of pulling a fish weight off a hook above your arm and pulling it down. So I've got that to look forward to eventually, but I think I got out of it a little bit sooner than Steve did.
Keep onto it right now. Yeah. Get onto it now.
So the idea with tonight is that we're going to get them into the dining room. We're going to work out pairings, see if they're going to do a little match or whether they're going to go by the glass. Then after that, we're going to send them in to see Mitchie. They're going to have some sushi. Then they're going to come back, give them a little hand towel, wipe up. Then we're going to go straight into this beautiful celeriac and black truffle soup. See how we go.
I'm more elbows in the fire. You know what I mean? Like a lot of fun, but man, like look at the amount of people it takes to get this food out. Like crazy amounts. Like working bees everywhere. Like 3 people washing dishes for Christ's sake. Like the kitchen does not stop. Like it's completely different experience. But wow, what a lot of fun! A lot of fun to watch. I don't really think I help that much, but I put my hand in there every now and again. Wipe the plate. Yeah, wipe the plate. And here comes our sushi. Woohoo! No pressure. Let's see. The devil, the angel. I think it's like, you know what? Like I think it comes back to, forget about whether it's a version of anyway of what we used to do. And I think there's a lot of taste in the flavours in what we did. But simplicity, like it's like some of the when I see like the fillet dish go out, I just go, man. I mean, it's just ageless. It really is ageless. It's like fish is something that should be so simple anyway. But to see some of the flavours that we did brought together in a different way was really impressive and very tasty as well.
What was it like to work in Josh's kitchen? How was Josh tonight?
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Way cool, huh? And they just get it done, like and just the there's no swearing. It like Jesus, would have been a lot of F's and C's going on in my kitchen to get that kind of food out. That was good, really good. Very proud of them. They all do a great job. And man, everybody's onto it. Like it's not like just one person, doing one thing. If they go down doing something else, if they just call out for it and somebody's onto it, there's always someone from behind to pick it up and run with the bat. Like it's really nice, really good to see. Really good to see. He always was a very, very special kid anyway. You just knew he was going to do amazing things, and he's proved us all right. Correct.
All right, a slightly thinner crowd behind me, 20 to 10. So an early one, for finally, there's an early night. We've just gone through 7 courses, doing some of the greatest hits, but also some very modern interpretations of Stephen Hodges' food at Fish Face, and some of the experiences that I had there as well. Yeah, that was a hustle. Like it really did feel like Darlinghurst again. Although that restaurant sat 34 at a time, we ended up doing it 3 times over. And we, there'd be nights where you do 110, 120 people, and all of that feeling came rushing back tonight. And we did 72 guests this evening. Grill was firing, stove behind you firing, pastry, a lot of work to do. And then Mitchie's done a phenomenal job out at the private dining room with his little sushi station and produced some exceptional sushi that I think, is pretty few and far between. I mean, there's a lot of great sushi in Sydney, but to see somebody at the top of their game at the moment is just such a special experience for the guests. I think everybody now is lining up for their chance to have a taste of Mitchie's sushi, which is a popular end of the kitchen. We can't forget there's about a dozen guests left in here, so we'll crack on, get tidied up, and I think that went pretty well.